stick together during tough times, and the good times will take care of themselves. One of the key messages already shared by Marco Fiori from Bamboo PR, who we have got today with us today. So, Marco, welcome to the session. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I'm
Pleasure
happy
to
to.
have you here today. So, just a bit about your company and about the services you provide, Marco.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to. I mean, for 21 years, we've been providing kind of B2B technology companies with PR, content marketing, digital marketing more recently, and then kind of a sprinkling of social media. So in particular, kind of LinkedIn for companies. And I mean, for us, it's all about kind of blending together the knowledge of technology, the emotion of marketing, and I
Mm.
suppose a lot of our clients would say like the warmth. So like, how do we make this cold kind of industry sometimes feel alive and relatable?
Brilliant. Amazing. So you've combined quite a few things over there, including the services. You've got the PR side, the content side, and the third thing was
It was digital marketing, so kind of SEO,
marketing.
advertising, yeah.
All very important areas of business to help get more promoted. Now, a lot of business owners really listening. I've got plenty of ideas about, hey, look, I want to add this string to my bow, that string to my bow. But adding plenty of strings to your bow as a business can become difficult as well. So, Marcus, talk us through maybe how you're managing the PR side, the content side, the SEO, and digital marketing side. How do you achieve that balance as a business owner?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to ask my team because they're the ones who predominantly do it. But
Great
I
answer.
mean, you raise a good question because more recently we've focused on simplification. So actually, we had experienced kind of service bloat. We were doing kind of event management. We were also doing kind of like building kind of marketing ops services. We were doing all kind of social media channels. And I actually took the decision kind of about 3, 4 months ago to be like, okay, look, we need to be known for certain things. And we do
Yeah.
all of these things really well, but just these things. And I would actually say, like, sometimes even for small companies, like you can suddenly look around and find that you've added too much. And then, I mean, people were asking me, like, what is it you do? And I realized I was kind of reeling off this huge long list. And it was like, well, if I was a customer or a client, I would want only probably a couple of those and in a trusted partner. So
Yeah.
something to watch all the time. Yeah. And just, I mean, for me, it's trusting my team. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So having the right team members has helped you manage these three services. And
Yeah.
believe it or not, it was more when you shrunk down. And I like the way you said service bloating, and you kind of then went
Yes.
for simplification to keep it
Yeah.
quite simple. And you're absolutely right. Like if I was to walk into McDonald's, I wouldn't expect the menu to have like 70 items on there because as a consumer, you just get confused. Keep it simple: burgers, chips, shakes, maybe some coffee, and that's about it. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. It's
Love it.
true.
So you've got a team, and you've got a team that's growing. And let's face it, wherever you've got people, you can have challenges as well. That's what people normally come with. As a business owner who was first employed at this
Yeah.
company, and then you went and bought it, and now you're running a team. I mean, what are the key lessons you've learned so far as a person running the company about managing people?
I mean, more than I probably ever think I could. I think, I mean, you've got to accept, in my opinion, that people are people. I mean,
Mm,
we've got our troubles, we've got our goals, we've got families, stress. Like, life is
yeah,
really complex, and people,
absolutely.
as a result, are really complex.
Mm,
And I took the kind of perspective to be like, if we treat our people well and we look after our people through the highs and the lows of life,
mm,
and we kind of do the things that people often sometimes say other business owners go, oh, you know what, businesses don't do that. For me, it's like, well, no, that's the thing you should be doing then. Because ultimately, if you look after your people through their journey, I really do truly believe they look after you and they look after your clients. And
yeah.
I'm very fortunate that I've kind of found a good group that have kind of grown together and are very kind of harmonious and do great work and know their stuff. But I often like really focus on like what more could we do? I mean, I never kind of
Mm,
sit on your laurels. And you just got to accept that that's what people are like. And if you embed that concept into your business, hopefully, if you can experience the same thing, but we certainly have. Yeah, it's been
mm.
a journey with people.
I can imagine. And you kind of touch on a principle which, well, the great man himself, Richard Branson, shares that the number one asset in your business is your people. You look after your people, and your people look after your business and you. And it seems like you've put that front and center of your philosophy of running a business, right?
Yeah, I mean, very early on, I tried to do everything myself. I tried to be the smartest person in the room. I mean, these aren't
Mm,
concepts I like from my brain, but I definitely experienced them. And I think the sooner I realized, you know what, you're here to help and you're here to kind of grow what we're doing, it
mm,
became a lot simpler and it became a lot kind of less weighty. There was a lot more kind of shared kind of responsibility. And then you start to see people kind of take accountability and kind of grow and
mm.
progress and become involved. And I mean, I always did that early on, kind of, I think quite naturally. I hadn't realized it was quite I suppose, admired behavior if you have a team or you employ people.
Right.
But I'm very, again, I say very fortunate that people in my company have realized that this is a good place to work. And like, I've hired them to do a job. I'm not going to tell them how to do the job. I'll guide them and I'll coach them. And I mean, I learned the hard way. I mean, I tried to probably be too much, like, let's create kind of versions of what's great for about me, but actually there's like so many things I'm really bad at that my team are much better at.
Amazing. And I love the fact that you're so honest about that. So many things that you're not great at, but your team are,
Loads.
which speaks to one of those points which they say always hire people that are better than you at
Yep.
certain areas. A lot of employees or business owners I've come across can find that quite threatening, thinking, hiring someone better than me, will they take over my business? Will they take my clients? X, Y, Z. You seem to have gone with the notion that hire people that are better than you, simply because they can probably make your life and business better. I mean, talk us through maybe, I think the next question could be around recruiting. When you're out there expanding your business and looking for people, what do you really look for that makes you
Mm.
think you're hired rather than you're fired?
Yeah, no, I mean, just on your previous point, I realized as well that you can almost be a bit too cautious sometimes. I mean, people who don't want to be kind of kind souls or their behavior doesn't kind of match up with their actions, they do whatever they do. It doesn't matter. You can't control them. Like the bad eggs of the world will be the bad eggs. But
Mm,
in terms of recruitment, it's something that is something for me that has always felt very weighty. I mean, Bamboo is our kind of private space. When we bring people into it as an employee or team member, whatever you want to call them, we're kind of letting them into the kind of inner curtain behind the
mm,
scenes. So we take a lot of time to make sure we try and get it as right as we can. We have built a good process now, a much more kind of a steady process that takes its time, involves multiple people, not just kind of perhaps me or my gut in the earlier
mm,
days. And actually, I've learned it's attitude. If you find someone with the right attitude, with kindness, with the willingness to put in the effort when they need to, but then also to kind of enjoy and have fun together, that's good. That's what you want. And you can't teach that. You can teach skills. It might take a while to
mm.
teach skills, but you can teach skills, most skills. But actually, if someone's attitude doesn't work, um, it's not ideal. And that's not to say let's create an environment where everyone's a clone and only one kind of person is allowed.
Mm.
Actually, even though we're only seven, soon to hopefully be eight people, like we're all about kind of adding that diversity in and like challenge and respectful
Yeah,
disagreement and conversation. It's all about respect. Like we're allowed different opinions.
yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
amazing. And that's another great point you mentioned about attitude above aptitude. CVs are very easy to write, scribe, etc., and can get the wrong people into the wrong seats. But your right attitude, you can't teach it, and if you do teach it, it takes a very long time to change the attitude of an employee that
Yeah.
may and the attitude that's not right for your company. So, moving ahead and taking a look at the next couple of years, Marco, what kind of challenges do you feel that your business may come across? Now, yes, the economy is tough. Yes, we're coming out of or we, the bottom of a recession-ish, or we're coming out of one, or all that kind of economic backdrop. Let's leave that aside. We can't influence it directly ourselves. But you, as a business owner, as a PR content and digital marketing agency, what kind of challenges do you reckon you're going to come across?
Yeah. I mean, we'll always face the ones that are common. So like kind of
Mm,
there's cycles in our industry. Marketing is often the first to kind of get tightened when it's tough times or it's good times sometimes. It's
mm,
just the way it is. So we'll always have that cycle, and I'm learning to kind of ignore it and be kind of like that's uncontrollable. When that happens, we focus on ourselves, we sharpen up, we do what we can do, and we kind of make the effort to kind of go out and kind of win the business. The biggest challenge that worries me is obviously for me, it's about kind of sustainable, steady growth
mm,
because I love my team. I don't want to put people under a situation where we grow too fast and then we have to, for example, face a tough decision that could have been within our control if we had just kind of taken our time a little bit more. I mean, someone very sensible said to me once that you're the person that your team speak out around the dinner table. So, I mean, I want it to be good things as I
mm,
suppose, the boss. And actually, a lot of that's within my control. And the challenge that comes as we get to a little bit bigger, I think, and we're on a path at the moment to kind of get to 10 people, a couple more in our client team. I call it our route to 10. It's actually our latest initiative. It's really clear and it's kind of helping direct where we're going. But for me, I'd like to get that to a company size and then just actually take a breath and be like I've been building heavy for a few years now, and actually this feels like a good kind of number. But the main thing with that, the challenge is harmony. So you
mm.
add in that diverse thought and perspective. Like, how do you make sure that those people are good working relationships and they do great work for our clients? It will always be, I think, especially because we're a people-based business, we don't sell a physical thing. It's our time and our consultancy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and make sure the other challenge I think off the back of that is obviously retaining our people. So I mean, we invest a lot in training and kind of reward and growth and progression, and that isn't just because we have to, it's because I want to. So making sure that's in place as we get bigger, because the numbers get bigger, so then for you need more clients. Yeah, it's like a seesaw. It's hard. It's really
yeah.
hard.
Get the right balance.
Really
The
tough.
sustainability is quite a strong theme across what you're looking to achieve in your business for you as well. And hey, look, who doesn't want a sustainable business? It's great
Yeah, I
to achieve.
mean, commercially sustainable, but also, I mean, we're a small company that works from home. So, I mean,
Mm.
from a kind of environmental sustainability, where our logo is a panda and we're modeled kind of after the bamboo tree. So there's also that aspect. So we're always thinking about the bigger picture for us as well. Like, how do we look at sustainability across every aspect of our business? Yeah.
Marco, sounds like you've got a fabulous business that's on the up. And not only that, you've just shared some of your key nuggets of information, learnings, and experience with other people here today. You're a fabulous person. Wishing you all the very best. Hopefully, our paths cross again in the future. Great to have you here today. Sorry, we're going to bring it to a close now. Maybe next time we can touch on other topics with you as well. Lovely
Cool.
having you today, Marco. Thank you for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.